Hello, this is Brian Resney, President of Resney Wealth Management. I'm bringing an important update about the economy and the investment market so you can understand what we see in the global landscape. Of course, summer's somewhat officially over after Labor Day weekend. We go back to geopolitical events, Russia and Crimea. Again, there's talk today that there's a ceasefire. As I've talked many times, geopolitical events are usually short-lived in nature and have very little impact on portfolio decisions, or should have any impact on your portfolio decisions. They certainly don't have an impact at Resney Wealth Management, especially when they're short-term in nature like we're seeing right now. We ended the second quarter in the U.S. earnings, excellent growth. Revenues, sales, excellent growth. In fact, the best we've seen in almost 3 years. There's a lot of naysayers out there about things might be overvalued or the economy's not really moving along. But if you look at a lot of the indicators, whether it's manufacturing indicators, the ISM, unemployment numbers, employment numbers, corporate earnings growth and sales, things are slowly getting better. It's the investor who's on the wrong side of the fence who is not going to participate in any real gain in their portfolio, whether it's this year, next year, or over the next 5 years. I can tell you at Resney Wealth Management, we follow a disciplined investment strategy. We will make adjustments as necessary across all portfolios for our clients, and we never make knee-jerk reactions. I can tell you a quick story of a client that we had worked with in the past. Very emotional. A lot of calls into our office about this happening, geopolitical, or what about this or that. And at the end of the day, if you become emotional as an investor, you really have very little chance to make any reasonable return on your money. And again, little bounces of valuation, 2 to 5% contractions on either side of the fence are pretty normal. We see an improving U.S. economy. We see an improving world economy, generally speaking, especially if you start to look at the emerging markets in addition to us. We're making some adjustments in a little bit of our portfolio and adding some emerging market economies back into our portfolio. So watch, of course, confirmations coming on that. And one of the things that I think is extremely important as we get into the latter half of 2014, anything can happen. I personally believe that we've kind of seen the bottom of interest rates. I know I've talked about this all year, but I think we finally have started to see the bottom of interest rates because, again, the economy is getting better. Investors who have too much money in bonds or bond-related funds, especially long-term in nature, are going to get hurt. Currently, we are being very cautious and conservative on our fixed income at Resney Wealth Management, so we feel our clients are well protected. If you're a client of our firm and you have a question, please call us. If you're not a client of our firm, call us for a consultation. Maybe it's time for that important change. Remember, we give you upside potential and downside protection in severe down markets. Have a safe and profitable day.